Hello everyone and welcome to the Post-Banlist Finals tier list. Yeah, it's really a fuck ton of words, isn't it? So, welcome to the last tier list of 2024. We just got a banlist update, and I know that a whole bunch of you have been asking me, Damien, what the hell do we do now? Like, what do we do now, man? So, well, what do you do now? You go and you enjoy the game. Like, you enjoy the game because the atmosphere is much better. If I see 821 in local sellers, I will lose my shit. Hello. Well, Miyamoto, well, at least you know where Android 21 belongs. I am so happy to hear that. It took a long time to get you there, but I'm glad that we're on the same side now. Anyway, let's go over the tiers very quickly. Tier 0, OP bullshit, nothing goes here. Tier 1, meta. Hey Pankeki, hello. Hey Sunny. So, Tier 1 meta, these are the decks that you want to take to your finals if you're looking to win. Like, you will top with this. 1000% you will top with this. And you'll probably win with them. Tier 2 is competitive, so you can top with this. You might not necessarily have a clear shot at winning, but you will definitely have a clear shot of hitting top 16 with them. Or at least top 32. Tier 3 is Rogue. These ones can't get into the top 16, but they might get you to like 32 or so. They're definitely not winning the event. Tier 4 is Locals. Pretty self-explanatory. And then Locals, big thing. Locals doesn't mean bad. I need to tell this constantly. Locals doesn't mean bad. Like, some of the best decks in the game are Locals decks. It's just that they can't compete in the finals environment. Tier 5 is trash, that's pretty self-explanatory, and Tier 6 is the Towa token tier. Now let me just catch up with the chat here. My judge keeps threatening to play his Android 21 and I worry. Let him. Listen to me, Chaotic. Play literally anything that's not blue or green versus him and just let him play Android 21. Don't worry. Hello, Magiok. E21 is very good, but it needs a very good player. Even with that, it's with the loss of pen, it's not that good anymore. You're still newish, yeah. Oh, you have a blue deck. Oh yeah, then you're screwed. Then you are screwed, mate. If he brings out Android 21. Anyways, we have 60-ish or so leaders. So we have things that recently got support. We are taking into considerations new tournament promos because they will be legal for American finals. We are taking a lot of other shit that you might consider, things that have topped, some things that popped into my mind before creating this list. So there is something interesting. We'll talk about it, but there is an interesting aspect that I want to briefly touch upon, especially when it comes to these new promos. So we can plan Penzino for US. Yes, you should. No, actually you can't play Penzino because the leader is not out. So you'll have to wait. Hey, Spanky. I mean, people top with Android after the bans, in America, where everyone plays blue. Okay, so let's start. First of Bulma. Bulma was a very decent rogue deck for a long period of time. It is a control deck. It does have its infinite loop combo. Unfortunately, Bunny Girl now being hit as well. First off, you're in a crippled position versus Kate Cuckoo, so you'll just delete everything. With the Bunny Girl now gone as well, recovering your super combo loop becomes a bit harder. Recovering your key Earthling pieces becomes a bit harder. So I think that Bulma is just not there anymore. I think Bulma is now locals. like with the Bunny Girl gone, I don't think in the current meta this deck has what it takes. Hey Spankies, thanks for the sub, mate. Thanks for supporting us this way here on Twitch. So, what else is there? That reminds me, I really want to try Gogeta Xeno. Yeah, but it's gonna be a good one. Let's see. Sorry, typing in total there. Boom. Okay. Rate Yellow Slug accordingly. I don't have Yellow Slug here. Then we have Hatch. So, Hatch is, well, Hatch like always, I would say it's a rogue deck. Hatch is definitely rogue in the hands of like 1 or 2 players in the world. It can top, and I'm pretty sure that it would be able to top still. It's just not good enough for me to tell you go play it. It's a rogue deck. It pisses off people. But if you're Evo or Moamin or F-Nugget or someone who's really into Hatch, then yeah, you can do okay with it. So put him into Rogue. However, Hatch has something going for him, which I will reveal just a bit later down the line. Just a bit later. You best add him. I'm not adding Lord Slug. Lord Slug is bad. Okay, so what else do we have here? He's gonna be topping. Yeah. We'll see, mate. We'll see. Cooler Mill. Okay, Cooler Mill. Now with Kitku gone, don't be throwing shit. So with Kitku gone, gone. I'm really stretching the word gone. We're gonna see a bit more space in red. So let's. Cooler is one of the decks that's worth considering here, especially because Cooler has one thing going for it, and that is minusing Zamasus. Basically, if you're expecting to run into a Zamasu matchup, you can at least. I mean, red can fight it. Red can definitely fight a Zamasu matchup. But Cooler is also pretty decent there. Cooler is decent in the matchup. You minus the things, you get rid of them, and then you just mill. But if it becomes a mill race, Zamasu probably beats you in that one. However, in other matchups, yeah, it is an anti-Zamasu deck, so you can pressure him a bit more. You have your keyword skill attackers, you have your mill, of course. You can mill the Zamasus, which makes it a bit difficult for him to just keep the chain going. Milling Goku Blacks doesn't matter at all, but milling Zamasus is really good. I think that Cooler doesn't necessarily have a super bad matchup at the moment. We have seen that they do relatively well. What else? Zamasu draws much more, so it equalizes. Yeah. So, hello. Hey, Biren. How's it going, mate? Going awesome over here. I think Cooler, what I'm trying to say is I would put him into competitive. I think that this is a deck that you can definitely top with. I don't think that you can necessarily win, but you can top with Cooler. Right now you can do that. Green Gohan is mid. Okay. Invoker. Okay, so Invoker got the support that Invoker got from the Unison card is now relevant once more because Kitko can't just delete the Unison. That's a strong one. Like that's a good upside that you have. However, the deck just kind of still doesn't have much going for it. Hey, Greek, thanks for the sub, mate. 14 months. Thanks for supporting us this way here on Twitch. Okay, so gives like his own tier. Okay. How much did Peter pay me? No. Peter is a traitor, and we do not talk traitors here. So Invoker goes into Toba token tier. Evoker goes into Toba token tier. So, Hey Chaotic, thanks for the sub, mate. Thanks for supporting us this way here on Twitch. So, next off, Blue Beerus. Now, before someone tells me Blue Beerus stopped in Oceania, I don't know how that happened. That was probably the weirdest Beerus build that I've ever seen. That one was insane. So, can Blue Beerus do good in the upcoming finals metagame? I don't think so. You don't have anything new going for you, right? You're still gonna face hyper-aggression and or Mel. None of that really helps you out. So I kinda feel like Beerus sticks into locals. Is Blue Beerus any good? Not anymore. Not in the current metagame. It's a deck that needs to survive like 7 turns. 7 turns to actually kill you. Opponent cannot figure out your strategy and you don't know it yourself. Exactly. That's the key to victory, mate. That is the key to victory. Goes into the locals. Another sub, Panicky. Thanks for the sub, mate. Thanks for supporting Pancakey. Thanks for supporting us this way here on Twitch. Yeah, give me my own tier. yeah, hype train. So Beerus is tier 2 competitive but has bad matchup. No way. No way. Beerus cannot... for those of you still joining, if you don't understand how the tier works, we're looking exclusively at finals. So specifically NA finals event. So the meta decks are the ones that will guarantee you a top and that can very likely win the event. And tier 2 are the decks that can top the event, basically. There is a small chance of winning, but they can top. So Beerus does not go up there. Not in a like 200 player event or so, it's not gonna get there. Blue Beerus is tier 2, it's competitive, but it's bad take. Okay. Blue Beerus is the deck where if you counter the Whis, it's too slow. Yeah, that's the one. The problem, Chaotic, is that you no longer have floodgates. Like the floodgates that you have don't really matter, and then the opponent just attacks you through them. Next up, Yellow Sin. Yellow Sin is locals again. Like this deck is Yellow Sin wants to play control, which is good. Unfortunately, the control that Yellow Sin does is too slow, and Nuova exists. That's basically where I was going with this. Nuova exists. So there's no reason to play Sin. Yeah, no point in running Sin right now. With Oceania's gone, you can try to do like the old hyper aggro version or something of Sin, but it's still like, it's not good. So, which is unfortunate. Which is really unfortunate. Specifically in a finals. The Blue Beerus is rogue. No. The Blue Beerus is tier 4. So, then, SS4 Goku Zeno. SS4 Goku Zeno is, in my opinion, is still one of the best decks in the game. It's still one of the best decks in the game. Would I put him in meta? Damien, don't be too hasty. Don't be too hasty, Damien. So, Goku has a couple of things going for him. First off, your Kitku matchup is amazing. Your Kitku matchup is really good. It's one of the rare decks that can actually push Kitku to 4 lives on turn 2, so they cannot use the bullshit Water of the Gods to effectively be on 6. Plus, Kitku no longer hits Unisons. And Kitku no longer hitting Unisons is huge. Because now your Demigra is safe. You no longer need to establish a Demigra every single turn when you're playing versus Kitku, and you no longer need to resort to running Chilai because it's a 1 cost 20k, so that you can have your counter ready immediately and that it doesn't get deleted. not getting hit by, not having your unison hit is big. It's really big in this matchup. Goku Zeno is good. Through the Swiss because of Wattle prayers getting tilted when aggroed. Yeah, tier 0 Gringo things. End of the list. Nah, Jay. No, not this time. Jay, I didn't put Gringo things. However, I have some spicy takes. There are some things here that you might look at and you'll be like, what the fuck is this doing on this tier list? You will see. Goku Zeno is tier 1. I firmly believe that Goku Zeno is tier 1. So, is it 1 or 2? I think it's 2 at least. Might bump him into 1. I think that it is tier 2 at least. The problem is, the only problem is that you are... now that Kitku can't hit Uni and Bunny is gone, it's up there. Yeah, it's in tier 1, we'll see. We will see. It's minimum. It is, yeah, tier 1 in NA. It is minimum tier 2. So, what is this? 1 second. Twitch gave us a hype chest. Nice, awesome. So, okay. We have, what else do we have? We have Launch. I mean, Launch suffers a bit from the loss of Bunny Girl, and Launch is, well, I will repeat. This is specifically for the upcoming finals. So, the only French player in the world who plays Launch flawlessly, better than anyone else, is not playing at the event. So, Launch goes into locals. Plus, Launch gets a ruffle stomped by Kitku. So, and Zamasu and a lot of other things. I don't think that this is the deck that you should take to the event. 1 second. Post-Banlist, let's say NA finals meta tier list. We can do it like this. It's not a bad deck, but it's a deck that you need to play flawlessly. And I don't believe that anyone can play this flawlessly. And even when you do that, you need so much luck to actually get away with things. So I forgot this is only for nets. Yeah, this is only for nets. Gogeta Zeno. Now, yeah, Launch doesn't use Bunny, but still, it's a minus. Like, it's one thing less. But even with the fact that it doesn't use Bunny, it doesn't matter. Gogeta Zeno. So, guys, I haven't tested Gogeta Zeno yet. Let me know. What do you think of the deck? Where should we put him? It's pretty bad. And so far behind Goku Zeno and Vegito Zeno, it's not even funny. Okay. We can put him into locals though. I still think that Marvelous Might is probably gonna be amazing, but it's just not gonna be in this deck. So it's a 1 cost 20k barrier, dude, which then splits and gives you your fusion pieces. It's just not here. In all honesty, I can't say he's any better than Goku or even Vegito. Yeah. Okay. And sorry, I'm having some Christmas snacks while doing this. We're in a Christmassy mood at the moment. We got a Christmas present, a huge FU to non-NA regions with a ban list, and now we're exploring it. So, Shroom and Salsa, no one can top there with Shroom and Salsa. You don't take Shroom and Salsa to this event. So we're just gonna put it into locals. Skillless Gohan. Okay, Skillless Gohan is a good one. Just expecting Gogeta Xeno to pick up with the next BT. Skillless Gohan is one of the decks that I really, really like. Now the question is, can it, basically the idea is, can you top with it? If you can top with it, at least get top 32, it goes into Rogue. Now realistically we're like, hey, it's a couple of 100 people event. It's super explosive. It is very, very consistent. The instruments also got support. They did, and I don't know how good that support is, honestly. So, but it's one of the most difficult decks in the game to play. So I don't think that people will be taking it. So I think that Skillless Gohan is one of those that I would recommend running. That I would be like, hey, you can take this one. If you're looking to top, you can probably take Skillless Gohan, and you will likely get like at least top 32 with it. At least top 32. So, in my mind, that's as Rogue. That's as Rogue, though I am biased towards Skillless Gohan. Bojack, well, Big O is not going to the event, so Bojack is not gonna do anything. Yeah, put Bojack into Big O tier. Yeah, put Bojack into Big O. We'll just put Bojack into locals. Well, we'll just put him here. I'm a horrible Bojack player, so I cannot vouch much for it, but I don't think that anyone at finals, that like this is the deck that you want to pick for finals. I think we need to address the state of this list, right? So let's do it so that there is no confusion. Can top and win. Tier 2 competitive. Might top 16. Tier 3 is Rogue. Can get top 32. So okay. Then tier 4 is locals. Don't play at finals. Tier 5 is trash, and this is okay. I think this is better. I think everyone can now understand the tier list a bit better. I'm sorry I'm shit at presenting stuff. Yeah, so King Cold. No, King Cold is bad. King Cold, don't play at finals. Do not play King Cold at finals. You will have a bad time. You'll definitely have a bad time. I don't think this can even get top 32. Launch has a better chance than SS2 Gohan. Yes, but you need to play launch launch divinely good. And there is like 4 people who can probably do that. So that's why I'm not putting it into top 32. It goes same for Sherman's also. If you put Bigo or Peter Dance or someone else like Mikey on Sherman's Salsa, they will top or maybe win the event with it. But it doesn't mean that it goes into tier 1. Man, you don't believe in Gohan. What's up with Gohan? Aha, the Skillless Gohan. No, Skillless Gohan is okay. I think you can reasonably get top 32 with it. What you can't get top 32 is this thing. Widell, I don't think Widell is a pick that you should be considering for this event. It's not a bad deck. It's just not a pick for the finals. It's very fragile. If you run into any of the big aggro decks, which are all like 30Ks, basically swinging at you like mad, you're gonna have a very bad time. I don't believe that the deck is there. I don't think that it's there yet. I put Vidal at most in tier 3. Yeah, I think at most, like very, very stretching. The idea is, do you take Vidal to this event if you're looking to get at least top 32? I don't think that you do that. Now comes a spicy one. I think that Blue Boo is okay. Not Blue Boo. Oh, fuck me. I think that Green Boo is okay. I think that Green Majin Buu is a decent deck at the moment. This is taking the promos into consideration. Green Buu is a very weird counter to Kitku. A very weird counter. Now that he can't hit unisons anymore. Yes, so basically the idea is you can, because he can no longer hit unisons, you can freely spirit boost with a new promo that sets up your own unison, and then you can munch on his cards, on his skillless cards from the drop. Green Boo is doing nothing. No, he's not doing anything. I'm still gonna put him into tier 4. However, that will not stop me from talking about Green Boo. So, it does have things going for him. If this were like a metagame tier list, would have probably gotten like Rogue. Would have probably gotten Rogue. If this were like a metagame tier list. At the finals, no. No. But I'm just putting it out there. Green Boo is a deck that's worth taking a look at again. Because the TPs are very good. Like, the TPs are good. And yeah, it's a very weird counter to drop oriented decks. That being said, he goes into locals. Let's not pretend. No one is taking Green Boo to NA finals. Hey Kalio, thanks for the sub, mate. Thanks for supporting us this way here on Twitch. Now, how do you guys feel about Kaba after the European finals? What is this? Garbage. I don't know the Kaba that good is. Yeah, that's the Kaba. Either Rogue or locals. Pretty sure he won by decking his opponent out of getting Beast. Well, I mean, I think that he said that the deck was designed to farm on Kitkus. Like the deck was really good. The deck was really, really good. I think that at least one person getting there with Kaba probably says like, hey, you might get top 32 with it. Either Rogue or locals. It's a very, very, very hard to pilot deck. That being said, I don't think that you will realistically take this to finals. I don't think you'll realistically take it to finals. We can do it like this. If this tier list doesn't consume too much time, we can just remake it and make a metagame one. I think that would also be fine. Gogeta BT12 is in tier 4. Gogeta BT11 is in Towa token tier. So, I mean, Zenity's versatile card I can get out in both. His opponent's energy then swung with bit Kefla arrival. So for NA finals, I do not think that you take Kaba there. We'll just remove like locals. We'll just put like don't play at finals. Okay. Sinzino is slightly better. Again, it's a slightly better deck because Kitku can't hit unisons anymore. So It surprisingly has a good matchup into Zamasu, because Sin can't get milled easily versus Zamasu, because Sin can put his cards back into his deck. That's a good one. That's a big one to have. The problem is that, he has a similar problem that Zamasu has, and that Zamasu used to have, but still has it somewhat, versus Kitku, right? If you mill the skillless cards, you're just kind of helping the deck out a bit. Now you're helping it a bit less due to Bunny Girl being gone. However, in that particular matchup, Zamasu has better defenses than Cinzino actually has. However, it's worth noting that Cinzino can technically, Cinzino can beat Zamasu in the mill race, because he can just keep putting shit back to the bottom of his own deck. Let's be honest, Cinzino isn't doing anything. He hasn't gotten anything new. He did get the thing that where he's not getting, his Unison isn't getting hit anymore. That's a big one. But because this is a finals, we're just gonna put him here. Whis. Blue Whis is our first trash deck. Blue Whis is our first trash deck. Like this deck is just fucking bad. I'm taking into consideration all of the new support, and any black deck that has access to counterplay immediately goes up a tier. Yeah, unfortunately, Cinzino doesn't. Cinzino needs to rely on a Z Unison, which doesn't progress his own game plan to actually do the counter. That's a problem. Blue Whis, I'm a big supporter of Blue Whis. And I still think the Blue Whis is just kind of bad. You do not take this. You do not even consider not taking the deck. The new promos reminded me that Whis exists. Yeah, it's a good deck. It's a fun deck for locals. It's a very fun deck to play. And it's very difficult to play properly. But the difference between like Whis being difficult to play properly and Kamba being difficult to play and the results that they can get is night and day. So, which counter? The SS4 Goku and Vegeta counter. Okay, then we have Trunks Zeno. Sunny, you are just filled with weird takes today. Half of the stuff cannot even get top 32, but SSG Trunks can. Those are some very hot takes. Very hot takes. However, I do agree with you on this one. I think that SSG Trunks can get top 32. And now that Kitku no longer hits Unisons, the deck is slightly better. Everything is slightly better. Don't worry, Damien, he has always these takes. Yeah, I know. SSG Trunks is better than Hatch and Gohan. I think that it's a deck that's easier to get top 32 without playing completely flawlessly and relying on RNG sometimes. In that aspect, yeah. Okay, so we can say Trunks definitely can get top 32. Probably not gonna get top 16, but he's gonna get top 32. Plus actually doesn't rely on Unisons as much as before. True, though, he still has those couple of Spirit Boost abilities. So it's good that Kitku can delete them anymore. Mai is amazing. Exactly, Mai is an amazing deck. Plus Kitku no longer deletes your Unison by just existing. That's a big one. I also think Mai is minimum tier 2. Consider, tier 2 is being able to get top 16. Do you guys believe that it's possible at a massive 200 something player NA finals to take Mai to top 16? Absolutely, I don't need any more convincing. My goes into tier 2. Yeah, my is one of the strongest decks that I have seen in a long while. My is insane. Like, the deck is absurd. And now with Kitco no longer deleting your Unison, you basically bought yourself 1 energy every single turn. That's great. SS4 Bardock is, yeah, no. No. You fuck off. You go away. So, now moved Cooler. No. Cooler is tier 2. Oh, no. He's not going into tier 1. No. Power Wish. So, a mate of mine sent me a message. And he was like, Damien, this deck is fucking cracked. He was like, Damien, this deck is insane. TCG Trunks is the best deck of the meta. I think it's bad, but nobody believes me. Power Wish. So he was like, this deck is phenomenal. It is so good now with all of the Kitco stuff and shit like that. It beats Nuova and Green Zamasu. What are you smoking, Damien? I'm not listening to bad takes today. I'm sorry. So I think Cooler is tier 2. It doesn't beat Nuova. Okay. Power Wish. After talking about it for a while, I supposedly you can get top 32 with it. Supposedly. Which is very weird. I'm gonna put him like here, down to the very bottom, and then maybe Alexander shows up and explains why. So we'll just leave it for later. Cell Reboot. Now we're finally looking at some more familiar decks. Cell Reboot, yes, Cell Reboot is amazing. Cell Reboot is probably the best green deck. And not the best, but probably up there. It's tier 1. I'm pretty sure that Cell Reboot can win finals if you take it. The deck was great in Kitco era. Now he no longer needs to worry about Kitco. Now even the Bardock Unison can just stick around. And that really changes things. Kitco has, yes he has. Cell Reboot has done quite a lot. I mean, let me just... While you are disagreeing, give me just 1 second. What is this? This is BT26. I'm not interested in BT26. Cell Reboot topped 13 times in BT25. He topped more than anything else in green. In a full-powered Kitco era, Cell Reboot can win you the nets. Can definitely win you the nets now that he no longer needs to worry about Kitco. Next up, we have Janemba Mill. Janemba Mill just don't play it at finals. Don't play Janemba at finals. That's basically it. Like, if you're playing Mill, you're playing the what's its name, Zamasu. Vegeta Xeno topped more in BT25. Second most topping deck in BT25 after Kitco. Yeah, but we still haven't reached Vegeta Xeno. I would agree that Vegeta Xeno is tier 1. Cell Reboot just feeds on Kitcos. Yeah, but it's also good versus a lot of other things. It's hand destruction. So, say, okay. Let's just say Surge Broly, don't play him at finals. Soul Striker. I feel like there's at least one person here who has something to say about Soul Striker. There are cricket sounds in the chat. Just reacting to what I thought I heard about Cell being the same. Oh, no. Cell is the highest topping green deck in BT25, Magiok. Tier 3 for Soul Striker. Fuck, I was unaware you're doing this. Okay, Alexander, you're here. Preach. Preach. Power Wish. Convince me. Convince me about Power Wish. No. I'm not jumping into a call now. I don't have my proper setup here. Where would you put... Tell me where would you put Power Wish, and I'm going to put it. But you do not get to say tier 1. 1.5. I think you can definitely get top 16 with it. Or I'm on the border of like tier 3, saying that yeah, you can probably get top 32 with it. They're saying like top 32 is reasonable. Like it's reasonable. Soul Striker, my beloved, but it's realistically a top 32 deck, maybe barely top 16 with good matchups. Okay, Soul Striker I would put into 3. You know the Pilaf -7 ruling? No. No idea what is the Pilaf -7 ruling. Z Unison. Find me Pilaf. No, that's a wrong one. Oh wow. Wait, which C Unison is that, mate? Okay, that's a big one. That's what you're saying is a big one. X24. Why do you just keep... No, not X... That was BT25. You mean the green one, or... PL of Split Second Wish. During your opponent's turn, place up to one battle card. Your opponent's drop at the top of their deck instead. Aha! So instead of Oolong, okay, so instead of your opponent playing, so basically, let me just bring it up here for peeps to know what we're talking about. 1 second. Go into here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Replace image. Bring up the card. Okay, so this dude here. Basically. So what the idea is, right, with Power Wish, you get to -7, and then whenever your opponent is supposed to play something that draws a card, instead they put the top card from their drop, the card from the drop to the top of their deck. It's replacing the draw, so they cannot play. Yeah, Cody, I know. Okay, I mean that is a very strong case here. You said it basically shuts down Zamasu completely. It shuts down Nuova completely. Okay. I'm going to give you a tier 2 for that. So it's like Gogeta, Triumphant Thunder Imposing. It replaces the draw so you can play. Okay. So next up, Frieza Swap. Don't play Frieza Swap at finals. Basically, just don't play Frieza Swap at finals. It's not worth it. Don't see how shutting down drawing cards is shutting down the deck completely, because you can't play cards that draw. And today everything draws when you play it. So for the turn you can't play anything basically. Almost anything. So while you guys are discussing this, BT18 Piccolo, 17 Piccolo, don't play him. Don't play. The support is okay, but not the deck. Not the deck really worth playing. Bardock Screw. Should you play Bardock Screw at finals? I think yes, and I think that you can get top 32 with Bardock. I'm gonna die on the hill that you can get top 32 with Bardock, given all of the support that it got from the anniversary box. Would you actually play Bardock instead of Nuova, for example? Probably not. You probably wouldn't do that. Could you top at least top 32 with Bardock? I believe that you can do that. I believe that you will be able to do something like that. So, especially now when there is, for example, for Kitku, there is no more death recovery. There's not a lot of recovery. Plus, Bardock negates skills, if I recall correctly. So you can just kill Zamasu's pings. I need to check that out. I need to check that up very, very briefly. Leader Bardock. Just to be sure what I'm talking about. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and get rid of it. Sure. And then the Z-Lead negates skills. So the Z-Leader is a way to get rid of Zamasus. In a Zamasu heavy meta, you might want to go there. Okay. So I think Bardock is okay for top 32. Then we have Gohan. I love Gohan, but I don't think that Gohan is a deck that you're gonna be taking to the finals. I think you won't be playing Gohan Superhero at finals. It's good. See, Buddha Boy 24 knows. He knows. He understands completely. So Gohan, don't play at finals. It's a good deck, but you'll probably play Blue Boo instead. Freehan is on the same level as Keyless. Freehan for sure make top 32. Okay. Let's do it like this then. Tier 3, top 32. Then we have the Shroom and Salsa BT18. That's not the one that you're gonna be playing at the event. Piccolo Superhero is trash. This deck is just bad. You don't play it in general. In Faces War, Vegito is tier 1, and so is Goku Zeno. We're getting there, Austin. We're getting there. Don't worry. Goku Zeno is in my big consideration for being bumped to 1. The Orange Piccolo makes such a big hand, he can ball out now. Yeah, but it's not a deck that you will take to finals. Hedo. Don't play Hedo at finals. There are things that I'm going to talk about Hedo, but we're gonna make 2 separate tier lists. This one is just for finals, and then we'll make an actual one, right? So, other than that, you don't play Hedo at finals, but he's not trash. Apeku, well, this isn't Latin America, so Apeku, okay, Hedo Rent is gonna be on the second. Hedo Rent is gonna be on the second tier list, and I am going to put him at the very top so that we can immediately talk Majok about Hedo. I promise you. Apeku. Best bull deck. If the death fell in round 1 at Euro stream. Okay. Apeku, I don't think that you can get top 32 with. I think you just don't play him. At NA. Yes, I pinky promise. I pinky promise I'm going to tell you the things about Hedo on the next one. Tepian still has issues. Too much counterplay. Gogeta. I think Gogeta is also a deck that you don't play at finals. It's not that it's a bad deck. It's just that I think Gogeta is too slow. I don't think that the payoff is there anymore. I think that the deck is too slow. I think that Kitku will run over it. Zamasu, Goku Zeno, Cell Reboot. All of those things will just run over it very, very fast. U7 is another deck that I believe you don't play at finals. I don't think that U7 is necessarily the deck that... I mean, here is the thing. You will not take U7 to finals because, believe it or not, there's kind of this deck that's called Nuova that does everything the same but better. So you don't play. But I mean, if you play him, you can probably get top 32. You can probably get top 32 if you choose to play the deck. But you will not be doing that. Yeah, at this point, like, in theory, if you take the deck, in theory, can it reach top 32? I think yes. Okay, I think that in theory you can get top 32, but you will likely not be playing the deck. Blue Boo is tier 1 now. Yeah, Blue Boo is the best blue deck in the format. Blue Boo is tier 1. This deck is insane. Especially now. Yeah, exactly. Kitku nuking Unisons was the worst. Now you can just set up your small Unison. You have an extra energy. You can just go into your Heroic Prospect, defend yourself. Like, Kitku killing the Unison was the worst part. And this deck still topped multiple times in the full powered Kitku meta. This deck is tier 1. This deck is definitely tier 1. Best pool deck in the game. Now do you want to hear a spicy one? Here is a spicy pepper for everyone. I think that Mid-Jita is a deck that's worth considering taking. Now, I might sound fucking insane by saying this, which I probably am. But the deck has one thing going for it. One thing. And that's if you use the Shenron promo and you run into Zamasu, if you're expecting to... Yeah, it is just Shenron. Yeah, it's just about Shenron. If you are afraid of swimming in Zamasu, you take this deck and you just feed on them. The Zamasu can't beat you. There is no reality in which Zamasu manages to beat you if you're playing Mid-Jita. However, at the same time, the deck is kinda trash and then it loses to everything else. So it's kinda conditional. Yeah, he can just punch you. You can also negate him and punch him back. I think you punch back harder. So he can't beat you by milling you. And you can actively fight him. That's why I think, weirdly enough, you can maybe if Zamasu can pivot into aggro, they aren't a great player. That is also true. So I think it's a weird counter to Zamasu. It's a if I were going to NA nets expecting like 70% of the room to be Zamasu mill, I would probably take Midijita. It's definitely the deck that I will take. The problem is once I lose, I'm going to start facing decks which aren't Zamasus, and then I'm gonna lose more. Gogeta can keep its board because of his revive cards too. That is also true. The wall of blocker Gogetas can create is a rough for a few decks. And so my hot take for the day, for the NA list, but if them illegal boss cards in order now to have Shenron and try to have them again. See Gogeta doing well as an off-meta pick. My spicy take is that you can get top 32 with this one. Solely if like there's like the majority of Zamasus. And that you can actually beat them. However, Zamasu does have a removal that I don't think revive helps you against that one. The one where you just no, he KOs. He charges his own Z energy. Ignore me. I'm retarded. Goku Gohan. I don't think Goku Gohan is a deck that you play at the finals. I think that the problem with Kitku remains where though it doesn't hit your unison, it just deletes the Goku that you need. It just Chaozus it and deletes it and then you cry. I would have taken SS for Gogeta to a EU finals if I went. Hey Axel. Then that might have been a good call. I don't think that you take this deck. This one I can see. This one I can see is a weird Zamasu counter. This one I just cannot see. I think the risk of not awakening on time to progress your game state is too much. And I think the risk of Chaozu deleting literally everything and anything, any of your forecasts, and then just stopping you dead in your tracks is too much. Then we have Bru Bru. We have Bru Bru. So Bru Bru is a bit better, and I will talk about him more on the upcoming tier list. So far, do you take Bru Bru to finals? No. Bru Bru is not trash, but don't play him at finals. Yeah, it's not doing anything at nets. It's not. Cumber. Captain Cum is not a bad deck. I think Captain Cum is a very good deck. Unfortunately, I don't think that he's doing much at finals either. I am considering though. No, I don't think that you're doing anything with this deck. It has the niche, the very niche counter to Kitkus where you can bottom their things, but other than that, like it's not a finals pick. Not a finals pick. Not even for top 32. Yeah. A lot of these decks are positioned differently on the metagame tier list. This is just if you're looking specifically to win finals or for the finals. And talking about specifically winning finals, you take Zamasu. And you might just win. Like right now, Zamasu is positioned in a situation where you might actually win. Yeah. Like you might now run into Kitku in the finale and beat him. That's possible. That's why Zamasu is the boogeyman at the moment. So he's definitely at the top of tier 1. Green Vegito, which is much better at the moment. Green Vegito is much better than he used to be due to Kitku no longer being able to hit unisons. I still think it's one of the better green decks in the game. I think that you can top with this one, but it's either 16 or 32. It's one of those two. Feel well, you have a good second, but it's very fun. Tier 3 for sure. Yeah, I think Vegito is tier 3 at minimum. At minimum, you can hit top 32 with him at the NA finals. Gogeta though. Gogeta. Oh god. I am excited for the Gogeta ranking. Don't be. It's not good. So with Kitku losing, here's the thing. Kitku can no longer hit unisons, right? But that doesn't mean anything for Gogeta. Gogeta wasn't a deck that was reliant on unisons at all. So, I mean, he can still delete all of your things. That part remains. Zamasu will do ungodly things to you. If you're Gogeta, Zamasu will do ungodly things. I don't see doing that much. Yeah, he's definitely not doing much in the finals meta. So I don't think that this is a deck that you even take for top 32. I think you just don't play Gogeta at the finals. I don't think you play the deck at the finals. Not that the deck is necessarily horrible, not that it's a bad deck. I would consider Gogeta like Rogue. In a tier list of all of the decks, blah blah blah, I would consider him Rogue. But I would not take him to finals. Now, well, this is a quick one. Magenta is tier 0 OP bullshit. Magenta is just broken, so the best deck in the game. I don't know why Bandai hasn't banned it yet. Definitely not because someone keeps sending the messages to give him a Z leader. So I think that's where he goes, right? Android Super 17, you don't play him. You don't play the green one. 7Ku, you don't play that one either. It's similar to Beerus, it's a bit better, but other than that, I don't think that this is a deck that you play at your upcoming finals. The boss is the boss, of course. The boss is the boss. Android 21. So, Americans, you ready? Let's do this. Android 21 at American finals is definitely a deck that you can win with. You can definitely win with Android 21 exclusively in NA finals. Exclusively in NA finals. But yeah, no, honestly, I think that like you can get top 32 with it only in America. So we'll put it there. Otherwise, it's a locals deck. But it's just the amount of blue and green. So, Frieza swap, I don't think you take Frieza swap to the event. Just say it like this. Then we have Green Gohan. I think Green Gohan is still okay. Like it's one of the more aggressive green decks. Yeah, I think that you can get. It's a deck that you can definitely get top 32 with. I think if you're aiming to try to get top 32, you can take Green Gohan. Gohan is good, but Goku is better. Yeah, I think you do it like this. Gohan can get you top 32, while Goku can like get you top 16. I think we can put him like that. And Cell and Zamasu can win you the event. Garlic, well, Garlic was meant for a different tier list. So he's just stuck here, so he's gonna go into tier 4. Future Gohan though. Green Gohan better be top 16. Nah, it's top 32, I think. Future Gohan. This one really fell off. Like, this one seriously fell off. I don't think that you can get top 32 anymore with Future Gohan. I don't think that you would even consider playing the deck at the finals. Like, there is nothing that the deck does that makes you go like, hey, I might go with this deck. So, if you want to play Red Saiyan, you just take Pan. Yeah. You will not play this deck at the finals. Vegito is a deck that you will be playing at the finals. Vegito is a deck that you will be playing at the finals. Oh baby, I'm glad I stuck around to see SS4 Gogeta tier 2 at least, but not as fun as Goku. Vegito can top definitely. I think Vegito can get top 16 100%. 100%. You will be able to top with Vegito. Will you be able to win with him? I think you can. So, is the eternal question between these two. Who's the best? I think that Vegito has the benefit back. The one which he lost due to Kid Ku. He can have his Z Unison stick around now. And that's important for the deck. That's a big boost that the deck got back. Both decks, well, I'm thinking like Goku can definitely punch much harder than Vegito can. Goku can probably run over Zamasu. Goku can probably run over Zamasu before Zamasu even gets his spotting. Vegito can't do that necessarily. Vegito is not as aggressive as Goku is. He's more tailored to the longer game. I think both decks can definitely get top 16. Let's say competitive can get top 16. So I think that Vegito can get top 16. Definitely. Same as Goku. I don't think that they can top and win, but they can definitely get tier 2 top 16. But Goku is the king of hitting them really hard. Yeah. And I think if you go into the Zamasu big meal oriented meta, you would rather play the deck that can just punch it before it starts really milling you than the one that's tailored to the long game. Though Zamasu is still a dangerous matchup for Goku simply because of how much you mill. Then androids. Okay. Let me see. You don't play androids at finals. You don't play Janemba at finals. And you don't play Fu at finals either. Those three are pretty self-explanatory. Hey Pascal. Funny how at the start of Zenkai green was unplayable, now it's the best color. Exactly. I just don't want to be in a long game against blue either. Janemba is okay, very... Yeah, I think also Janemba is a very good deck. That's why we're gonna do another tier list after this one, which is more of a... It's a better picture of the metagame. Well, this is specifically American finals. Tapion, I think you can get like top 32 with Tapion. I think reasonably, if you can get top 32 with Soul Striker and Freehan, well, fuck it, you can probably get top 32 with Tapion. Top 64. Yeah, Fu. We'll talk about Fu. But I don't think that between Goku and Vegito, you're necessarily bringing Fu. But yeah. I think you can get top 300. Super 17. Depion wins streamed games. Super 17 is, I believe that it's a very good deck. It's just not a deck that you will take to the finals. I don't think that this is a deck that you take to the finals. Kitku? Leave for later. Leave Kitku for later. Goku 18, I am not sold on the deck. I'm not sold. I think the deck is just bad. I think Goku 18 is just bad. Kitku is still the best red deck. Below, let's see how it grabs. Below tier 2. No, Kitku is still, I think Kitku is still tier 1. I'm going to put him up there, just so that we don't have confusion about it. Ah, fuck me, my mouse is being a piece of shit. Well, we can do it like this. I still think that Kitku is tier 1. So, give me a moment while I'm fighting my mouse here. Okay. Kitku 18 is good. It's not bad. No, I don't think that the deck is that good. It's probably good. It's probably like decent. But I don't think that you play him at finals. Yeah, Kitku is still tier 1. Like he can't hit unisons. He can't recover his board anymore with Bunny Girl, but he keeps everything else. The thing is that now the deck is not unfair. Like that's the one big thing. The deck is not unfair. It's a strong deck. It's stronger than most, but it's no longer like an unbeatable unfair matchup. Going into Nuova is tier 1. It's still a deck that can just flat out win. No, I wouldn't be surprised if Nuova won. So it's Nuova, Cell, Boo, Kitku, and Zamasu, which are like the best decks. Though I think, thinking about it, I think Cell can also go to tier 2. I think these four are reasonably the ones that can actually win the event. That doesn't mean that tier 2 decks can't win. Tier 2 decks have a reasonable chance at winning the event. Because they can top. But tier 1 just is, that's my bet. That's like, if you really, really want to win, take these. Take one of these. Now let's just quickly go through the rest. Cell, you don't play Cell. My god, I love Golden Cooler. Golden Cooler. I love this deck so fucking much. I'm a massive fan of Golden Cooler. The deck is amazing. The deck is no, it's not overhyped. You shut up. Golden Cooler is great. It's much better now that Kitku can no longer just make the deck completely unplayable by deleting its unison. Tier 3 for Golden Cooler. We'll put Golden Cooler into tier 3. I think the deck is really, really good. That being said, you will never play him at finals over Goku and Vegito. You will never play Golden Cooler at finals over Goku and Vegito. There is no reality in which you will do that. But the deck is good. Do you think Goku Zeno can do well in the meta? Yes. Yes, God of War. Goku Zeno can do well in the meta. It can get top 16 at nets. It can probably... It has a decent shot at winning as well. Love the deck, don't play it. Golden Cooler can do shit to red. I don't think so. I think it has a better matchup into red now. Oceanus is gone. You don't play the deck at the finals. You just flat out don't play Oceanus at all. Ever. Just don't play it ever again. Majin Vegeta, you don't play him. Trunks, Green Trunks, you don't play at the finals. You're gonna run into a Chaozu and you're gonna have an awful time. Pan, I think Pan is tier 2. Pan is probably the... How good is Vegex now? Well, we can take a look at it in the upcoming tier list. There's gonna be a tier list like 5 minutes after this one, where we'll just go over the meta things. The entire metagame and stuff like that. This is for one specific event. But it becomes Defend the Unison Simulator. But defending the Unison is easier now. Okay. Once the Vegito TP comes out, Pen is the best red deck though. I mean, Vegito TP is gonna be illegal for this event. It's gonna be illegal in America. Rebel Trunks is one of my pet decks. But the deck can do so much and nothing. Yeah, the deck does so much and it does nothing at the same time. So, Pankeki, it is legal for finals. It is. It's legal from the 1st of January. That's why some of the decks are here and you might be thinking like, what the fuck, Damien, why is this here? Bojack is amazing, but you just don't play him at finals. Bojack is not a bad deck. Bojack is like, I would say that Bojack is rogue or competitive, but it's not a pick for the finals. If we were talking regionals, take Bojack to regionals. You will do amazing. I don't think that's the deck that you take to finals though. Trunks not having a Z-Lead is so insane. Yeah. I'm not sure I agree with it, but it stands. So, the swap thing you don't take to finals. And finally you have Trunks Mai. Trunks Mai is great. Trunks Mai is the best deck ever made. Trunks Mai is amazing. But now let's be serious. The new TP for Trunks Mai is insane. Like, that TP is insane. It could have been a 25 barrier blockers, but no. The best deck in the Toba token tier. Shut the fuck up. So, the TP is great. It's a 1 energy 25k double strike barrier kill a unison card. In all reality, I'm shocked that TP isn't played in other green decks in general. 1 energy 25k double barrier. Remove a marker. That's amazing. That being said, Yellow Piccolo is significantly better than Trunks Mai. Miyamoto, I will ban you. So that being said, you don't play Trunks Mai at the finals. So, this is the list specifically for American finals. If you wish to show up at the door of the venue in LA at the battle hour and get handed over the trophy and the key to Bandai's office, you go with Magenta. Magenta is guaranteed. The moment you enter the venue, they will rush to you. Just instead of your spectator pass, you just show Magenta. They'll immediately give you the trophy. They will give you the master's plans for 2025, and they will tell you, please, sir, design a set. Please design a set. You man of culture. Other than that, if you wish to win, if you think my bet for winning, Zamasu, Bu, Kitku, or Nuova. You can definitely, those are the ones that you can win with, definitely. The ones that can get you definitely top 16, and you might win with them, is Cooler, Gokuzino, Mai, Power Wish, Nemegoku, Vegito, Cell Reboot, and Pan. Those can definitely get you top 16. Power Wish I'm new at. So, but I respect Alexander's opinion, and I know that he's a phenomenal player, so I'm putting it into tier 2. I thought It was magenta, or I guess magenta. No, it's magenta. Magenta, you can say. If you want to do like proper English, you can say magenta, because it's the color. But for us who are Slavic, it's magenta. And then you see the rest. Tier 3 and Tier 4. Now, chat, I'm going to quickly go on a small break, 5 minutes, and I'm going to prepare the other tier list, right? So while I do that, while I'm doing that, let me know in the chat, are there any other leaders which you would want me to go over? To go over in the meta tier list. Let me know in the chat. Okay, so I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and then we will do the bigger, the meta game, the one that's not bound by the constraints of the American event. So I'll see you guys shortly.